Hi, I'm Tom D, and this is the course 18 Plus Secret from Elasticsearch Golden Contributor. In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to control cipher suites for stronger encryption. Let's start. With TLS 1.3, 5 cipher suites are officially supported in Elasticsearch. Imagine you want to block one of the cipher, or you want to use one specific cipher only for TLS 1.3. In this example, let's imagine you want to use TLS AES encryption 256-bit GCM SHA-384 for client and internode communication. In this video, I am going to show you how to set it up, so if the client wants to connect to that Elasticsearch node with different cipher suite than this particular one, it will be blocked, connection will be dropped, he will see an error. First step is to start Elasticsearch. In your course materials, you got the project from me, which enable you to start Elasticsearch cluster using one script, start Docker Compose cluster. In the terminal, you can view these files, so simply start Docker Compose cluster, sh script. It will create the container, network, and certificate, so you will have a fully secure Elasticsearch cluster, so you can later on connect to it. In another terminal tab, you can check the JDK version, because the particular JDK is implementing cipher suites, so it depends on the JDK distribution. In this case, there is OpenJDK installed. Here I want to copy the certificate. The first command you're going to run, you can get it from the course materials, which will download the HTTP CA certificate that will allow the OpenSSL to use that for the connection. So let's start it. Connection is established, and you can see that cipher suite is used over here, is mentioned, and the protocol TLS 1.3. So current setup as a default connecting with that cipher suite. Let's close that connection. Now if you want to use other cipher suite, you can use, for example, TLS AES 128 GCM SHA-256 to check the cluster health. No problem. You can see in the message that connection was established using TLS 1.3 and this particular cipher suite. No problem with that. You can see the status of the cluster. You can use also ChaCha20. Right? No problem. ChaCha20 cipher suite was used here, and you can see the health of the cluster. Now if you want to use elliptic curve with TLS 1.2, no problem with that. You can connect to Elasticsearch with TLS 1.2 using elliptic curve RSA AES 256 GCM SHA-384. So you can use lower security cipher suites than the default one, because you as a car, which is a client that connecting to Elasticsearch, you want to use particular TLS version and particular cipher suite. And you are allowed, because on a server side, on Elasticsearch side, nothing is blocked. Now I want to show you how to change that and force Elasticsearch to only accept connection with specific cipher suite. You can enforce specific ciphers by editing Elasticsearch YAML file. You can control cipher suites for HTTPS connection, also for internode communication, so it will be for transport. To edit that, stop the cluster, run the script stop Docker Compose cluster. Now your Elasticsearch node is tab. Here go to the elk config and Elasticsearch YAML file. Here you can see commented out xpack security SSL cipher suites for HTTP and transport. Please uncomment it. All these lines. Now, because you want to restrict Elasticsearch to allow connection only with specific cipher suite, you need to delete others from the list. I wanted to show you how to use this specific one, GCM SHA-384, but you can of course choose your favorite one. So now for both HTTP and transport, this particular cipher suite will be enforced. Let's save this file. and start Elasticsearch again. After a while, Elasticsearch cluster started with green status, so you can switch to another tab and test it. I will copy again the HTTP CA certificate, so you can see HTTP is updated. And now, as a default connection, if you connect to this Elasticsearch, you can see that the TLS 1.3 was used exactly as the previous example without any changes in the Elasticsearch YAML file. Now let's see if you can connect using different cipher suite than the machine here. For example, if you want to connect with TLS 1.3 Chacha, you can see that there is an error that TLS alert handshake failure. You cannot connect using that cipher suite. You can also try using OpenSSL for connection, and you can see more details here. You can connect to Elasticsearch cluster with different than specified in Elasticsearch YAML file, different than specified their cipher suite. So in this lesson you have learned how to enforce Elasticsearch to use specific cipher suite for client connection and internode communication. From now onwards, you can start using it in your project. See you in the next lesson.